Varanasi or Kashi is one of the oldest living cities in the world. No wonder the famous American author Mark Twain once said, Benares is older than history, older than tradition, older even than legend, and looks twice as old as all of them put together. Adi Shankaracharya in his Manikarnika Ashtakam mentions that Lord Brahma once made a comparative study of Kashi and svarga. So he weighted the svarga against Kashi. Surprisingly, Kashi was too heavier than svarga, therefore it sank and landed on earth, while svarga, despite all the gods who lived there, rose upwards. The ancient city has more to offer beyond the ghats and the river. Hidden behind the ghats are series of cultural and spiritual tidbits barely known to people visiting Varanasi. In this video, I would like to share 5 lesser known things about Kashi. I'm sure you might not heard about the Bindu Madhava temple in Kashi. The Bindu Madhava temple is dedicated to Lord Vishnu, and this temple was once a major center of pilgrimage. It's one of the most important temples along with the Vishwanath Mandir and Kala Bhairav Mandir in Kashi. The original temple was demolished by Aurangzeb in the year 1669 and used the pillars and other debris of the demolished temple to build the Alamgiri mosque on its very site. Luckily, a French traveler, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, describes his visit to the Bindu Madhava temple a couple of years before the demolition by Aurangzeb. He calls the temple the Pagoda of Benares, the most famous temple in the country after the Jagannath temple in Puri. Immediately after the destruction of the original temple, the Murti of Lord Bindu Madhava was recovered from the ruins and kept submerged in Ganga from 1669 to 1672. Later in the year 1672, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj reconstructed the present-day temple and reinstalled the deity of Lord Bindu Madhava. Ever since then, to date, that is about 350 years, the original temple of Sri Bindu Madhava has been displaced and now situated at a small site opposite to Alamgiri Mosque. The current temple of Lord Bindu Madhava is a small house-like temple situated at the Panchaganga Ghat. It's believed that Lord Vishnu bathed at Panchaganga Ghat and established the Bindu Madhava temple. There are 3 preceding deities of Kashi. They are Lord Vishwanath, Lord Kala Bhairava, and Lord Bindu Madhava. We know that Lord Kala Bhairava is referred to as Kshetrapala of Kashi, while Lord Bindu Madhava is referred to as Kshetra Poshaka, which means one who is in charge of the overall well-being of the city and its people. Devotees who visit Kashi are well aware of the temple of Lord Vishwanath and Lord Kala Bhairava. However, very few devotees visit the temple of Lord Bindu Madhava. But the fact is that the pilgrimage to Kashi is incomplete without the darshan of Lord Bindu Madhava. Lord Bindu Madhava temple is located about 1 kilometer away from Vishwanath Mandir. An easier way would be to take a boat ride from Dakashwamedha Ghat and reach the Panchaganga Ghat. Then climb about 50 to 60 steps to have the darshan of Lord Bindu Madhava. If you ever visit Kashi, do not miss the opportunity to visit this often overlooked temple. It's a quiet and serene place, and I'm sure you'd be captivated by the Lord's beauty. The city of Kashi is synonymous with Lord Vishwanath Mandir and the Vishwanatha lingam. However, Krittivaseshwara lingam is another significant shiva lingam that deserves equal recognition. Krittivaseshwara lingam is one of the Panchalingas of Kashi as mentioned in the Kurma Purana. The Krittivaseshwara lingam is described as best of the Shivalingas in Kashi as per Skanda Purana, and the Linga Purana mentions it as the forehead of Lord Shiva. The Krittivaseshwara temple was a grand one according to the historical record. But in the year 1669, the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb destroyed this temple during his invasion of Kashi, and a mosque was built after vandalizing the temple. Krittivaseshwara temple was the first temple to be destroyed, followed by the Vishwanath Mandir, Bindu Madhava Mandir, and Kala Bhairava Mandir. Once a prominent place of worship, according to the Skanda Purana, the temple gradually lost its charm, and today only a few devotees visit this temple. Later, the king of Patnimal established another small temple adjacent to the original site. The current Krittivaseshwara temple lies between the Vishwanath Mandir and the Mahamrityunjay temple in the Daranagar area of Kashi. Do visit this temple and get the darshan of Lord Shiva, since it's believed that Lord Shiva resides in this linga 24 hours without moving anywhere else. The city of Kashi is also known as Varanasi. The word Varanasi derives its name from the two rivers that borders the holy city. The Varuna river flows on the northern side of Varanasi and merges with Ganga at Varuna Ghat. The Asi river flows in the southern part of the city and merges with Ganga in the Asi Ghat. Both of these rivers, Varuna and Asi, combine to form the name Varanasi. And the Varuna and Asi Ghat are the first and the last ghats respectively in the entire span of 84 ghats which borders the Kashi city. The Vamana Purana narrates the story of Bhagavan Yogasai. Lord Yogasai was born from the portion of Lord Mahavishnu, the city of Kashi. It is believed that from the right leg of Lord Yogasai, the river Varuna started, and from his left leg, the river Asi started. Another fact is that it is from the name Varanasi the word Banaras also originated. In Pali, Varanasi was spelt as Banarasi, which later transformed into Banaras as time passed by. Avimukta, Anandavana, Mahasmashana, Rudravana, and Varanasi are various names of Kashi mentioned across various Puranas, but the name Kashi is the most popular one. In fact, some people add Shri as a prefix and call it as Shri Kashi. But have you wondered what is the meaning of the word Kashi is? The name Kashi comes from the Sanskrit root word Kash, meaning light. The word Kashi can be expanded as Kashyate Prakashyate iti Kashihi, which translates as a city that sheds light. The Skanda Purana says that Kashi got this name because it sheds lights on the path to Nirvana, helping people seeking spiritual enlightenment. Besides this, the city is considered special because Lord Shiva never leaves this city, thereby making it a sacred and powerful place for spiritual growth. The city of Kashi embodies its role as a beacon of spirituality and wisdom, attracting not only Hindus but also Buddhists, Jains, and even Sikhs. Over the centuries, this sacred city has been an illuminating beacon for seekers and sages, serving as a center of knowledge, spirituality, and enlightenment. The sacred city of Kashi is recognized as one of the 7 Moksha Puris and is renowned for its association with Lord Vishwanath and the Ganga river. While Shaivism and worship of Lord Shiva forms the core of Kashi's spiritual identity, the city has also served as a melting pot for various religious and faith over centuries. Vaishnavism, Buddhism, Jainism, and even Sikhism all have significant historical ties to Kashi. At the beginning of this video, we explored the famous Bindu Madhava temple, which is not the only temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu in Kashi. In fact, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in 18 different forms within this city. Historically, Kashi was primarily dedicated to Lord Vishnu, who is said to have gifted it to Lord Shiva. Notable temples devoted to Lord Vishnu include Bindu Madhava temple and Adikeshav temple. Kashi holds a vital place in the life of Gautama Buddha. It was at the Deer Park in the Sarnath, located on the outskirts of Kashi, that he delivered his first discourse, introducing the essence of his teachings. It was here that Gautama Buddha emerged as Madhava, meaning the blessed one. Just before his passing, he identified 4 sacred places for his followers, with Sarnath being one of them. According to the Jain tradition, Kashi is the birthplace of Supashwanath, Chandraprabhu, Shreyashnath, and Pashwanath, the 7th, 8th, 11th, and 23rd Tirthankaras respectively. Since Kashi was the birthplace of these Tirthankaras, Kashi is referred to as an important Jain pilgrimage site. All Sikh Gurus also acknowledge Kashi as a significant location. The Guru Granth Sahib, the holy scriptures of Sikhism, contains writing from 4 enlightened individuals who hails from Kashi. Those are Swami Ramanand, Sant Kabir Das, Sant Ravi Das, and Sant Surdas. Additionally, the Nirmal Sampradaya, an ascetic sect within Sikhism, trace its origin back to Kashi. Notably, during the reconstruction of the Kashi Vishwanath temple by Maharani Ahilyabai Holkar, Maharaja Ranjit Singh of Punjab donated 1 ton of gold for plating the temple's shikara. Moreover, Since its establishment, Banaras Hindu University has received generous support from the Sikh community through donations and grants aimed at its development. Kashi is more than just a city. It is where mysticism and spirituality coexist. While it may appear chaotic and busy with activity, beneath its surface one can discover inner peace. The city's ancient tradition and enchanting atmosphere continues to inspire genuine seekers, guiding them on their journey towards enlightenment. After visiting Kashi, regardless of whether you cleanse your sin in the Ganges or had the darshan of Lord Vishwanath, you will be undoubtedly find yourself closer to wisdom. You will be a different person because it's a place that stays with you, leaving a lasting impression on your heart and soul. If you like my video, stay subscribed. Until then, stay together, learn together.